This week saw four major quakes of magnitude 6 or higher, making the total for January and of course 2016 11. A magnitude 7.1 earthquake knocked items off shelves and walls in south-central Alaska and jolted the nerves of residents in this earthquake-prone region. A fractured gas pipe exploded and destroyed 6 houses. And not too far away, a massive magnitude 7.2 quake strikes directly under the Zupanovsky volcano, which released ash 8 kilometers into the Kamchatka Peninsula sky just 2 weeks ago. And a very unusual area for a major quake was the Strait of Gibraltar, which suffered a magnitude 6.1, later upgraded to 6.3 quake on Monday. 4 more dead sperm whales tragically wash up this week in the North Sea. The whales were found on the Lincolnshire coast on Sunday morning. The tragedy comes after 13 sperm whales died off the Dutch and German coast the week before. They are all thought to be from the same pod. And there is growing speculation that a Russian submarine could be responsible for the deaths of the 17 sperm whales, with a Russian sub spotted off the coast of Scotland and Sweden recently. The US Navy have revealed underwater weapon testing kills thousands of marine life, especially whales and dolphins. Record-breaking storm Jonas claims at least 30 lives, bringing major cities to a halt and tens of thousands without power. Tens of thousands of people in South Jersey were without power Sunday after the blizzard hit the area. The storm dumped up to 40 inches of snow in some areas, with 1 in 7 Americans seeing half a foot of snow. And at the other side of the world, a cold snap sweeping across East Asia has led to more than 50 deaths in Taiwan and stranded at least 60,000 tourists in South Korea. Unprecedented volcanic unrest around the world in 2016 already have the authorities and scientists worried about a year without summer, which will happen again, and Western civilization is not prepared. The summer of 1816 was not like any summer people could remember. Snow fell in New England. Gloomy cold rains fell throughout Europe. It was cold, stormy and dark, not at all like typical summer weather. Consequently, 1816 became known in Europe and North America as the year without summer. On April the 5th, 1815, Mount Tambora, a volcano thousands of miles away on the other side of the world, awoke and rumbled with activity. It was the largest volcanic explosion in recorded history. What happened in the following months can only be described as a nightmare. Ash and aerosols in the atmosphere blotted out the sun. Several feet of ash was floating on the ocean surface in the region. Earth's average global temperature dropped 3 degrees Celsius. The sunless summer had many impacts in Europe and North America. Crops were killed either by frost or lack of sunshine. Scary when you consider Westerners don't deal too well with stress these days. Tens of thousands of starfish wash up in the Gulf of Mexico, and experts are at a loss for the carnage. It does not appear to be sea star waste syndrome which is wiping sea stars out on the west coast, as all the starfish appear to have their limbs intact. Nearly 1 million hectares affected by the worst locust infection since 1954 in Argentina. And the iconic symbol of Arequipa, the misty volcano in Peru, is the latest volcano to show activity in January 2016. Tens of thousands of dead fish, as far as the eye can see, on Martha's Vineyard is the latest catastrophic problem in the waters around the North American continent. I received an email this week from someone saying the methane gas leak in Porter Ranch was now totally out of control and the workers had lost the entire gas field. I can't confirm or deny this, but I will tell you I do get some disinformation sometimes. What I can say, however, is last week homes were destroyed by a gas explosion following a magnitude 7.1 in Alaska. The Porter Ranch gas leak is the same accident waiting to happen along the San Andreas fault line. It could be by far the biggest ever man-made disaster. We have had just this month alone 7 middle range earthquakes in the area. It's now thought to be more than 300,000 dead common mers, the largest mer die-off ever recorded, and apparently it's just the tip of a very large iceberg. The mass of dead seabirds that have washed up on Alaska beaches in past months is unprecedented in size, scope and duration, a federal biologist said at an Anchorage science conference last week. A third case of the Zika virus has been confirmed in the Big Apple. 4 million people across the Americas could be infected with the Zika virus over the next year. I have read this disease may have come from biological altered mosquitoes. I can't confirm it. Tropical cyclone Stan threatened lives and homes in Western Australia this week after making landfall on Sunday. The video here showing the amount of rainfall. A spectacular meteor was seen by thousands over Virginia and Maryland over this weekend. And the Karimsky volcano of Russian Kamchatka's eastern volcanic zone and our old friend the Mexican colossus, the Colimo volcano, are the last eruptions of January 2016. I'd like to say thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all again next week.